Hello YouTube, this is Odyssey checking in. And well, as you know, I always try to bring up some useful stuff out there, technical stuff and gaming stuff on my channel. I don't have much because I have been busy with a few personal projects, and also I have to work. I gotta make a living. However, I've been wanting to share this one. This video is going to be about how to use pretty much any USB controller for pretty much any game that you can find out there. As you know, Steam just recently created this option in which one you can connect a controller for PlayStation or for Xbox, and if you go to the full screen mode on Steam, you're able to use your Gamepad for your games, but unfortunately it doesn't work for all of them. Most modern games right now have support for these features. Unfortunately, previous older games or pretty cool games, I remember right now BioShock was one of those games that people wanted controller support and there was none. And if we take games that are kind of old and you want to play them on the computer with a gamepad, obviously there is not going to be support for your gamepad on them, and that can be pretty annoying, and I've seen a lot of people make rants about it. However, there is a way in which one you can use any USB controller gamepad. How many times have I said gamepad so far? Anybody's keeping count? Well, anyway, the point is that there is a way that you can translate the inputs from your pad into keyboard inputs. And this is using an application which you'll be happy to know it's free. I always try to bring free stuff for you guys. I'm not gonna make you buy anything. I mean, that's the whole purpose of the internet, right? You can make it for free, and why not share? Because sharing is caring. And you cannot say that I do not care. Here it is. Oops, you were not supposed to see that. Okay. Here it is. This application is called Joy to Key, which stands for joystick to keyboard. And basically what it does is that it translates your joystick inputs to your keyboard. What kind of joystick in here? You can use your PlayStation 3 joystick if you have a USB cable. You can use your wired Xbox 360 controller. You can use your Logitech Active, whatever USB gamepad, as long as it's USB, is going to work with this application. Now, this application is a shareware. Usually shareware means that it allows you a brief evaluation and then it's going to ask for something else. However, this is not the case. As you can see, Joyta is a shareware, but it doesn't. It will not restrict the functionality. It's not going to stop working, and pretty much consider it a freeware. All right. It's just the owner in here just say if you actually find it useful, you can make a license in here, but that doesn't mean you can download it for free and keep using it forever. It's gonna keep working no matter what, trust me. I've been using mine for like 3 years, since version 3.5. So that's when I found out about this tool. So you go to this website, the one that I'm right now, here, joytoykey.net/en for English / right? Credit where credit is due. Alright, getting that out of the way, just try to download the latest version, and well, you have multiple mirrors. I always use the first one, which is from the official page, and what you're going to get is a compressed file, which is going to be very little. This is what you're going to get. This zip file is hardly even 1 megabyte. It's so tiny, the program. When you uncompress it, you're going to get all of this stuff coming in here, and when you open it, there it is. It doesn't require an installation. It's pretty much just double click and start using it. Let me show you how it works. I was saying about all games, and I think I found a perfect example that we can use here. One of those games is going to be Tomb Raider, my bad, Tomb Raider 1. But I'm talking about the very, very first Tomb Raider, the one that some of those folks played on our classic PlayStation 1 a long time ago. Alright, obviously this game does not have game support for a Gamepad, and for testing purposes I'm going to be using an Xbox 360 wired controller. You don't need drivers or anything special about it. It should be here, device and printers. Here is Xbox 360 controller for Windows. That's what I'm using right now. If you try to play this game, it's going to launch in DOSBox. Thumbs up, you know what DOSBox is. And obviously it doesn't have a controller support. Let's say an Xbox 360 controller support. So let me show you how it works. Now let me delete that one. When you open it, it's going to say Profile 1, and that's about it. Okay. Now at this point, I'm going to launch the game. Okay, the only thing I want you to see is going to be the button presses, okay? Here is my Xbox 360 wireless controller. I'm sorry, wired controller, which goes to my computer. Over there. See the big wire? It's wired. Which is Trixie's taken care of. And alright, here's the game. Now, if I go into my controller, try to hit start, nothing happens. Yes, I have select. Let me select the game window. Nothing happens. I try to hit up, down, jump, go back, go forward, do whatever. Just nothing's happening, okay? Go to my keyboard, obviously. I press spacebar. Right now it's reset. And if I move left and right, I'm going to cycle through the menus. There you go. Now, this is how it works. I'm going to Alt-Tab outside of the game here. JoyToy is open here, and it's going to be also open on the tray. So, the way this works is basically you map whatever action your keyboard can perform and map it into a key on your gamepad. Now you're probably wondering, right now you have like 32 different buttons for which one to choose from. Okay? So how do I know which one corresponds or matches to the one I want to map? Let's say for example I want to map this start button on my gamepad with the enter key on my keyboard. I don't know which one the start button is out of this 32. So easy fix. Grab my gamepad, press the start button, and as you can see it's button number 8. I'm gonna select button number 8. You're gonna get an additional window. This is where you're going to spend most of the time making a configuration. To be honest with you, you're going to spend a lot of time making a profile, and each profile goes assigned to every game you wanna play with this tool. In this case, I select a keyboard and I want to make a keyboard emulation of the enter key. Just go to enter key. And I hit OK. Now, going back into my game window, if I press the start key, there you go. However, if I try to press left or right, well, the joystick's working because I have already configured it. I try to press left or right, that one is not working. I try to press A to go forward into the menu, it doesn't work either. So, once again, go back. Here's the POV, which is this one. If you have any doubts, you just press it. There you go. POV. I'm going to map POV to this side. Now obviously the other one to the opposite side. Hit OK. and I want to make the back key, well, the back button, which is not showing. Let's scroll down, which is button number 7. I want to make it the escape key and hit OK. Now we will go back into our window, our game, grab our keypad, alright, let's go back. There you go, it's already mapped, it's working. Now here's the best part, you can play your game in full screen, because this bad guy, as soon as you click on close, it sticks on the tray, unless you actually have to close it from here. Alright, so Joy2 is going to be there using the profile that you have active at that time. For example, this profile, which is profile 1, just going to put it to Tomb Raider. There we go. And well, that's pretty much how the magic works. It works with my PlayStation 3 controller over there, and it also works with my I have an Actec controller. And I don't know if that brand still exists. It's a very old USB controller, but if it works with that controller from 7 years ago, trust me, it will work with this one. Now, there are many options as far as the configuration of the profile. This is not just about buttons. For example, you can grab, let's say, the POV, which is the D-pad, and you go to the mouse tab. You can specify cursor movement. If I put it like -41 to the left, whenever I press the D-pad into the left, it's going to make the action like if I were moving the cursor, right? You can actually make, let's say, the D-pad into 4 angles. Cursor movement to the left, cursor movement to the right, cursor movement to the top. Well, this is the wheel rotation, my bad. Cursor movement to the top, down. I recommend at least between 20 to 40 in numbers in here, because that's pretty much the average speed for making your cursor move left, right, up and down. And you're not going to believe how accurate this is. It can actually manage a camera. Right? It's going to take you some time to actually explore all of the options. There are some tutorials on the website that you can follow if you have any doubts about any setting. You can actually disable keys if you don't want them messing up with you. Let's say that I don't want, I have a button that I really don't want to press. You can disable it from here. You have 2 different keyboards. You can actually map keys from 2 different keyboards, and it will make the difference between one another. The tool is very complete and is so easy to use. The only thing that you're going to find as a problem is that it consumes a lot of time to build a profile. But put it this way, you spend 20-25 minutes building your profile, making sure it's already correct. Then you just minimize this thing, go to full screen and play your game with a gamepad, and just have 50-70 hours of fun with the commodity of a gamepad in your hands. Because there are these games which are terrible ports, and I gotta say they are terrible, that come from, one example, Dark Souls, the first one. If you don't play that with a gamepad, oh boy, very good luck, because the difficulty, trust me, it comes up. Screw the Rock Band controller. Play it with a keyboard and a mouse. Let's see how you do. Well, that's pretty much it, YouTube. Well, this is how the tool works. As I said, this is free. It works with absolutely any game. As it works on your tray, you don't need to have a Steam. It works with anything that you have installed on your computer. As an additional option, you can use this tool even for work. For example, there are these macro gamepads that you can use by hand. You can use this as an additional mapper to create macros which are even more complex, mapping keyboard functions. into that gamepad. That is one of the functions that I have found pretty useful, especially over there at the office. And well, you will find, as usual, the download link to the current version, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 5.6. Let's be sure about that. Yeah, current version is 5.6. You're going to find version 5.6 on the description on this video. However, as time passes, you may want to go and grab the latest one from the developer website. It's not very frequently updated because it tool is pretty much useful as it is. It just have 1 or 2 tweaks once every year, maybe. But I mean, well, on the description you will find this version as usual. Just grab it and download it and give it a test run. Let me know how it works for you in the comments. And well, if you find this video useful and you like it, remember to hit the like button. And for more useful stuff from me, remember to hit the subscribe button as well. YouTube, this is Odyssey checking out. Once again, thank you for sticking around. See you out there.